The following is a singles contest and will be fought over a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Now, you made reference to what we just witnessed being insane. I just imagine what happened at the end, but allow me to introduce you to Insanity's madder relatives.
He is the German Psycho, and he brings the badness here to Nottingham. Look at those tassels.
I have 2 words to say about John Klinger right now. You want to know what they are?
I could guess.
Ooh, yeah!
The 80s and 90s brought you madness. Now, in 2019, here in WrestleGate Pro, the German Psycho brings the badness.
This, again, was one of the earliest announced matches for this card. This was one of the reasons why I wanted to be here in the commentary position, because this man, well, I respect the heck out of him, but the man is about to come out terrifies me.
He is an international superstar, a 4-time AAA Mega Champion and a former Lucha Underground Champion as well.
Beyond the grave, this is
Mil Muertes, one of the most famous luchadors on the planet, comes from Puerto Rico, and he will be one-on-one against Germany's John Klinger in what promises to be one of the hardest hitting heavyweight showdowns you will see anywhere in 2019.
I have a question for you. ¿Habla español, señor?
Un poco.
So you know what Mil Muertes translates as?
I do. The man of 1,000 deaths, as he calls himself.
Those deaths are not his own. Those are the deaths of his opponents as much as anything else.
He's looking to make it 1,001 at the expense of John Bad Bones Klinger here tonight. What a moment this is on the first ever WrestleGate Pro show. What a statement of the scope, of the ambition of this promotion to bring in 2 globally renowned heavyweights for this contest on this night. Oh! Muertes, ring the bell, we've got to start this. Timekeeper rings the bell, and we are up and running.
There will be no shaking of the hands.
It's the normal ritual that we have here of placing Vaseline under the eyes was not something that was attempted here because...
Well, let's be honest. If you try putting Vaseline, I mean, where would you put it on Mil Muertes? I mean, it's not as if you tried, striking him across the eyebrow, it's going to contact anything other than...
I don't think you'd even notice. True blood. Mil Muertes is the toughest men anywhere in the wrestling world. The same could be said, of course, of John Bad Bones Klinger, and that is what makes this match so fascinating.
Well, I've seen Klinger in ring with some absolute beasts. We talk about the background for Mil Muertes. One of his opponents of late, both in AAA and in Lucha Underground, has of course been Brian Cage. And the Bad Bones has shaken the machine a couple of times, rocked his world.
His world rocked by that shoulder block from Mil Muertes. Now look at this.
Sit ya! Oh!
Muertes swatting away that steel chair that the Bad Bones tried to throw into the ring. I'm not sure if that was any way a deliberate strategy by Klinger. I think he just frustrated his inability to make a dent here on Muertes in the opening minutes.
Well, he is used to being the biggest bull in the field, so to speak. I mean, you look at what John Klinger looks like when that shirt is off. I mean, he is built. I mean, we just had Lucas Steele out. Lucas Steele looks like I do next to Bad Bones.
John Bad Bones Klinger, certainly two of the guys who, in the locker room area today, or anyone was, keen to avoid. I think it's fair to say they are two of the more intimidating presences you could ever find at a wrestling show anywhere. And that is why, that kind of power behind the strikes that you see from Klinger.
Oh!
Knocking lumps out of each other.
Yeah, this is like running with the bulls, only the bulls fear you as well. It's just, oh, now this is interesting. This is very interesting. Mil Muertes is rolled to the outside. Now, I would not expect this of Muertes. If it were in the temple, yes, because that's his playground. But you don't have any of those kind of implements at ringside. You don't have any of those toys. And Klinger is just waiting.
Yeah, it's kind of a role reversal because it was Klinger a moment or two ago who was doing the same, right? He had to go out there to regroup. Now Klinger's showing that anything Muertes can do, he can do too. The temperature is rising here.
A little bit of mind games from each man. Trying to psych each other out. A little bit of shoving. Oh, and a couple of straight rights.
Yeah, here we go. Now it's breaking down. These two unloading on each other. And it looks like Klinger is getting the better of this exchange. Klinger will go to the ropes. Oh, the right hand. The right hand from Muertes sends Klinger down hard.
And the thing with it is, it's not just the straight right that happens. Klinger had all that momentum coming off the ropes as well. He got hit. He got rocked in. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What a suplex from Klinger. That is not a light man in Muertes.
Well, Muertes comes in at what, 260?
Yeah, at least. He just threw him like he was a ragdoll halfway across the ring.
Oh my God! What the actual?
Yeah, there's that lucha influence from Muertes. So agile for a man of his size, and he sends Klinger to the outside again.
I haven't seen a man that size do a move like that since the glory days of Mr. Mulleted Scott Steiner. Oh my God!
Muertes over the top. Takes Klinger down. And if this crowd were not quite sure what to make of the very menacing presence of Mil Muertes to start with, they are turning around here because Muertes is impressing everyone.
That was a super heavyweight who just did a pescado. What kind of topsy-turvy world are we in?
He absolutely defies gravity, does Mil Muertes, every time he sets foot inside a wrestling ring. That is what has made him, as I said, a four-time AAA mega champion. Of course, Lucha Underground, champion as well there, among many other places. He fell on TNA a few years ago as well. He has been around the block and then some.
Oh my God! No! Oh! Into the barrier. Big time.
His experience though, Mil Muertes, I doubt he has had many opponents who will hit him as hard as this man, Klinger.
Momentarily, I will take issue with that. There are some exceptionally big bulls in AAA. You look at Tejano, for instance. But the fact of the matter is, this man, whether he's wearing the mask.
Hang on a second here.
He's got him. Googled. You got it, yep.
Klinger's been caught. Klinger trying to fight out. It looks like Muertes may look for that choke into the flatliner.
Takes the arm, twists it through. Oh, God!
Harry from close range from Mil Muertes.
Beautiful. Took the arm, hammerlocked it behind, and then just a standing short clothesline.
Muertes measuring Klinger. Klinger goes behind, and Klinger will look for the German suplex. Klinger will hold on, as he tends to do. A second German suplex from the German Psycho.
Dreimal bitte, dreimal. Ja, dreimal!
Trifecta from Klinger. Muertes rolling to the outside. Muertes on jelly legs after that trio of German suplexes.
Is Klinger gonna fly?
He has done before many times. Klinger's another man whose agility always surprises those who are seeing him for the first time. John Bad Bones Klinger up in the rafters here. Klinger with the double axe handle. Talk about Macho Man, there's shades of Randy Savage.
Oh, hells yes. Oh, yeah.
The badness comes crashing down on the head of Mil Muertes.
Oh, okay.
Now what is this?
He's directing traffic.
He's directing parts of the crowd. There are literally dozens of people moving out of the way. Klinger, I think, wants to send Muertes into the crowd as Klinger goes, and Klinger lands awkwardly on those chairs.
You know what I said earlier on about the barriers and, we're not getting the deposit back on those? We're not getting the deposit back on the chairs either.
It is carnage, absolute carnage in the Rushcliffe Arena.
Now, in a different circumstances, in a different place at a different time, I would probably be right over where the camera crew is right now. But you know what? I'm kind of glad we're actually at a commentary table for change, because I don't want to be anywhere near that.
You do what you like. I'm staying firmly behind this desk.
Dude, I'm planning for you to go forward so I can hide behind you. Jeez Louise.
Lots of members of this crowd being similarly wise and staying out of the way. Big right hand from Muertes to send Klinger down again. I think eventually here they are going to approach the ring area again. Klinger is against the barrier once more. Muertes with ear to the crowd. Klinger got his boot up into the face a second time. Fighting back here is the German.
Now, the other thing that I think is worth pointing out at this moment, we made reference earlier, the referee does have a 20 count for any action when it's close to the outside. The referee is out there with it, and I say all credit to him. He is allowing these two individuals to work it out. I mean, they're not going to hug it out, but, and Klinger has a chair.
Yeah, Klinger has a chair. Referee's finally had enough.
Yeah.
Technically, of course, well, the countdown, he could have disqualified both men several times over. Referee is in trouble here. Klinger's taking exception. He needs to be careful. He needs to be very, very careful, this Klinger. Otherwise, this referee's leniency, oh my!
Jeez!
Could come to an end very quickly. Klinger, 3 times with the chair, for goodness sakes!
That is just...
unbelievable.
We talked about this during the Mason-Duggan match, how it was back and forth, it was even, right up until the very end, and now...
He's got the referee, for goodness sake! What are you doing? What are you doing?
We could accept the violence. We could accept it going out into the audience. But you do not put your hands on the official.
I understand your point earlier about he doesn't want to do the count out. He doesn't want to do the disqualification. It's a marquee match. He wants there to be a clear winner, this referee. But at some point, if it gets so far out of control, we may have to call this.
I'm buying that referee a drink later on because he deserves it for the restraint that he is showing.
Yeah, well, he gets in Klinger's face much more. He may have to have that drink through a straw. Back in the ring, thank goodness.
And of course, I have just realized that there's no possibility of me getting him a drink. Martina's in the house.
Excuse me, the bar is empty, therefore. It is absolutely wild here in Nottingham as Klinger goes for the ropes, gets caught.
Oh!
Tilted well into the backbreaker.
Beautifully done by Muertes.
Mil Muertes in control here after that backbreaker against Klinger.
I'm going to take issue with that. I'm not going to say he's in control. It's taken him a moment to shake things off still. That gave him respite. Spins out by Klinger. Hooks him up. Snap suplex. Oh!
Drops his head right across the knee.
I would almost say that was an Ushigoroshi, but...
whatever it was, it has knocked out Mil Muertes, who has scarcely moved. He's starting to stir now.
I have a sneaking suspicion I know what's coming, though. Klinger is going up to the top.
Klinger heading to the top turnbuckle.
Oh, beautifully! Of course.
Wow.
I'm just, I mean, there are people in the audience. They're currently shifting chairs out of the way that have been.
What is this?
Yeah.
Muertes looking for the superplex. Mil Muertes looking for the.
Oh my God!
There has been a minor earthquake in Nottingham.
No word of a lie. I think the ring bounced.
Mil Muertes down. John Bad Bones Klinger down, but they are on their feet. Many of them here in Nottingham in appreciation of this one.
This is just absolutely redonkulous. These two bulls have just been butting heads solidly. I mean, what are we up to? We got to be, 10, 15 minutes in? And they're just close right hand and it's blocked.
I can watch this all day. This is unbelievable stuff from Mil Muertes and Klinger.
Oh, yes.
Gets taken down by the clothesline a second time.
Where is Muertes finding that turn of speed from?
With the chop, will send Klinger to the rope. No, he won't. Reversal with the Irish whip from the German Psycho. Muertes using that speed to go underneath. Right in the midsection.
Oh my God!
An angle for that DDT. You can almost see the spinal cord ripping out from Klinger. My God.
I have never seen anyone fully rotated after the DDT. That was just Klinger's head hit, and I think he bounced and just continued rolling. That was just sickening. And he's up!
Klinger again fighting. How is he still up? How is he still up?
I want to know what prayers he's saying and what vitamins he's taking.
Klinger takes down Muertes. Second time.
Those were just beautiful.
Klinger looking for the code breaker. A move lent to him with permission from Chris Jericho.
Oh my God!
Yeah, snap power slam from
no.
Mil Muertes.
Dos.
Will that do it?
No!
Not a kick out again for Bad Bones. Bad Bones is sometimes known as the opportunist, but I'll tell you what, he needs to take every opportunity he gets here against Mil Muertes because they are becoming fewer and further between.
3, 4, 5, 7.
Siete.
Thank you.
Well, we've lost count, but anyway. That's a lot of strikes in the corner. And the result of that is that John Bad Bones Klinger, I don't think, can stand up under his own weight.
And this is the thing that is.
Klinger,
let's go, breaker!
the code breaker by Klinger.
It's it! Is it enough?
The cover by John Bad Bones Klinger, and it's not enough. It is not enough. My word.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say if he had put more body weight across the sternum, he would have gotten that. But I'm absolutely blown away by the fact that these two super heavyweights are still moving at the rate, at the pace that they are this deep in after all of the punishment they have meted out and received.
Looking for the suplex here is Klinger. Muertes trying to counter. Finally goes behind as Muertes. Kick looking maybe a pile driver. Or a power bomb.
Oh my God! That was almost a gunso bomb.
High angle, the power bomb, the kick out by Klinger. Klinger again dumped on the back of his head and his neck. Still found a way out. How tough is Klinger to be withstanding all this punishment and still somehow in the match?
That is just unbelievable toughness.
Muertes runs into the elbow. Klinger onto the apron.
Klinger sees it, swings.
Blocked, hang on. Klinger's lining him up. Klinger with the bone
Oh!
spear! The bone spear from John Bad Bones Klinger. The cover to beat Mil Muertes, and it's again not enough. That right shoulder comes off the canvas from Muertes.
Oh, that was so fractional. I know that's such a stupid thing to say whenever the referee is calling that. The hand signal he's making afterwards. Fraction of an inch. Fraction of a second.
They're both back on their feet again, unbelievably. Bones is trying to strike into the kidney areas, into the side of the head, anywhere he can get an impact here on Mil Muertes. He's got him.
Got him up on that top turnbuckle. He's going all the way up himself.
Yeah, I think Klinger knows that all else has failed. He's got to
Whoa,
take
whoa,
a
whoa,
risk
whoa, 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 no!
ripping at the mask and biting Muertes.
Oh my God!
Canadian destroyer.
No. My friend, that was a Puerto Rican destroyer from the second floor.
The point is, both destroyed. No,
Rope
he's not.
break! How the blue hells did he manage to do? How did he have the wherewithal?
I don't know. How did he have any level of consciousness to realize where he was and get that left hand onto the bottom rope is beyond me.
I have seen some ridiculous destroyers pulled out in this very building, in fact. But that springboarding off the second turnbuckle into a destroyer to what the?
Oh, referee nearly.
No. Oh God, no!
Referee taken out inadvertently, it has to be said, by the spear from Mil Muertes.
And up. Oh, flatliner!
The flatliner by Muertes. Muertes will go for the cover. There's no official.
There's no one to count. There's no one to count.
Well, Muertes has this one.
We haven't. Come on. We have another official in the building. There isn't. Where? Come on.
We need another referee. Muertes looking for another referee. We need a referee.
Muertes is looking towards the entranceway, hoping there's one coming. No, my God!
Klinger.
Shotgun knee.
Klinger's looking for the self-justice. The self-justice on Mil Muertes. Klinger will head to the top.
Oh, he's feeling it now.
Muertes is down. Klinger is going to look for, I think, to bury that elbow deep in the heart of the man of 1,000 deaths. The cover by Klinger. You've got one. And you've got three. My God, what a match. What a match.
Wow. At points like, when Klinger does that, I will usually immediately go into all hail de König. But the lead up to that, no. Just, okay, earlier on tonight, I said about Duggan, I understood what he did. I didn't know whether to applaud or be appalled. But that should have been just a straight out slugfest, start to finish. And it should have come down to who could take it.
What a result. What a victory. It is the kind of victory that John Bad Bones Klinger, the German psycho, will be talking about quite understandably for years to come. A victory here over Mil Muertes. And Klinger now offering the handshake.
Well, I know that they say all is fair in love and war. Let's see if the man of 1,000 deaths agrees.
Well, these two have been absolutely to war here tonight at Open Gate. And will we get a show of respect between two of the greatest heavyweights on this planet? Klinger asking the crowd, and in fact, cheerleading here from Muertes. That is good to see.
Is Klinger trying to curry favor here?
Klinger clearly happy to give some of the spotlight to Mil Muertes. And credit to him for that. Maybe now we'll get that handshake.
Muertes' hand goes up.
And
it is.
A handshake between Klinger and Mil Muertes after one hell of a match between these two. Oh, low blow! Oh, come on! Why? Why do that?
You really need to ask that question.
So unnecessary.
After everything we've just seen. I'm not going to say I told you so because I thought maybe I'm wrong.
Now, hang on, he's got a chair. He's got a chair now. Klinger with a chair. What is going through the brain of John Bad Bones Klinger? Klinger is...
I think the
Stalking
question may be appropriate. What's about to go through the brain of Mil Muertes? And the answer is a chair.
Steel chair from Klinger. Klinger is taking apart Mil Muertes here, the man who he's just defeated, and the German psycho living up to his nickname here in a totally unnecessary, totally callous. No, well, hang on. Rob Mobley's going to try and get a word.
Oh!
Attacking Rob Moulton, but we need someone out here.
Oh, no!
WrestleGate owner Gary Ward is here. Ward needs to be careful as well. This is out of hand, way out of hand.
Jada, I think you need to come over this way. Just come out of the way of there.
We need to get as many people out of the way of John Bad Bones Klinger as possible.
There goes a young lion.
One of the young lions is...
This is not what anybody signed up for.
Klinger is out here, and that was beyond absurd. It was ridiculous. John Bad Bones Klinger.
You okay?
But Klinger, your winner. The crowd, quite rightly, showing their appreciation from Mil Muertes at the end of what was a tremendous heavyweight contest.